Hello and welcome back into Tough Gaming, guys. So that don't look too bad down here now. A few productions on our silo. Probably have to add a couple of sheds later on for some machinery. But at the moment, yeah, that looks okay. Right then, so we've got a little bit of land up here as well, which we put our greenhouses on. So that's our little greenhouse section. And in the last video, I said we needed silage. So, same again, going back to the Colossus pack. And I'm going to get the mower for the front of my tractor, and we're going to use this to cut some grass all the way around the outside of our fields. And as you can see, you can go with 5 metre, 10 metre, 25 metre or a massive 50 metre. We're not going to go 50 metres on this. Hopefully 25 is going to be big enough to cut the outskirts of our fields, but we shall see. Right then, skipped all the colours. Same again, that's all down to preference, to be honest, guys. That's up to you what colours you have. Right then, let's see if we can do this. So I've got a forage trailer on the back, which I know is a 50 metre. We know we don't need a 50 metre, I know that. So when I was picking up the straw at the start. So yeah, this should work okay. I don't know whether it's going to do any or have any impact on the field if we go onto the field, because there's no crops in it at the moment, so we should be okay. Right, it is changing the colour, so I don't think it's going to affect anything because there's no crops in it at the moment. But I'm going to do this all the way round, guys, and I'll bring you back now. So there we have done one full lap, and we have 781,000 litres just from going round the outside. And there probably still is quite a bit I could do, like that sort of areas, because there's still another width on some parts. Right then, so we need to put this into production now. Right, so I think it was the one just by here. Let's have a look. Right, yeah, so we're going to stick it in the Omatana one, I think. Let's see what we can get out of here. Right, grass, silage, yes, we'll have a bit of that. So 3,000 in, 3,000 out, same as the hay. What other recipes we got? Grass, silage, digestate. So we can make digestate just by adding water, so we'll do that then. So that's going to be one we'll definitely start off with. We'll probably add the hay in later on as well. And maybe start the TMR as well. Because like I said, hopefully we're going to stick the animal pens in on this one. Same again, 2 different mods. Yeah, 2 different mods, 2 different modders. So yeah, you can check them out. I'd say one is based off, well, they look like base game, but they've been obviously files changed and stuff like that, so you can have massive capacities. And the other one is one of the other ones I've used for quite a long time, which was in 22 as well. It's now in 25, so I do like using them pens actually. But I'll show you more as we're going into it now, guys. Sorry if all this production stuff is getting on anyone's nerves, look guys, but this is my bread and butter playing the game. This is how I make my farm self-sufficient, and I do it for all food productions. So as you can see, we still own quite a bit of land. So yeah, I could even go around literally everywhere else and cut all the grass off that as well. But at the moment, we're going to stick with what we got and see what crops we're going to put in the fields. But at the moment, these are the mods I'm going to be using, guys. Cavalier Roy and Monkey Show modding, and the others are going to be Schultz modding. And they're the animal pens I'm going to be using, guys. Like I said, Schultz modding I've used in 22, and yeah, they've changed a little bit since it's come out in 25, but yeah, I still do like them. And yeah, you can make your own choices, guys. You can see the mod names. So yeah, they are bigger animal pens, but like I said, they're based off the base game models basically. I think he's changed one or two. Obviously they got massive capacities, that's why they're called bigger pens. But yeah, I think what I got is a smaller footprint. And like I said, they have changed a little bit since 22, but you can see the prices as well, guys. Look at the price difference as well. This one holds 1,000 and it's costing me over $500,000. This one holds 1,000, but it's only costing me 25,000. So I'm going to put 2 down because I'm a little bit greedy. And yeah, save me adding decoration. That tree ain't going to be so much of a problem now since the last couple of updates. So I can leave that tree in there. Just push down on my mushroom, and there we go. And now I can put that in there somewhere. Yeah, looks a bit better with a bit of decoration, you know, I think sometimes. But yeah, as you can see, it's not so much of a big footprint left on your map as well. It does hold 1,000 cows, so yeah, that is quite a big capacity, to be honest. Right, but like I said, I'm going to stick 2 in because I'm greedy. And I'll probably mix the pens up a little bit as well. Let's see what different milkers there are. Well, we know what milkers are best. The Holsteins are best. I think the Swiss are next after that. But yeah, they have added buffalo as well now, so that'll be good. Stick one of the pens full of buffalo, ready for the buffalo milk. So I don't know if you noticed, guys, are you messing around with the pens or anything? You can, but I ain't going to. I think they're big enough with 1,000. It's going to take a while to sort them out, to be honest. So yeah, you can know, but yeah, I'm not going to bother. Right, pigs, I will probably add them eventually. Excuse me. But yeah, like I said, these are mods. And these are the bigger pens. And as you can see, this will hold 2,000. I'm never going to be able to fill that, but same again, I'm going to add it in. And like I said, for me, these are game-changing mods. Like 2,000 animals in one pen is quite a bit, to be honest. Right, so I'm going to set 2 of these up as well. I'm going to have one for goats and one for sheep. So then we've got 2 materials coming out. So we'll have wool and we'll have goat's milk. So that's something else we can look into, excuse me, for productions and selling later on. Same again, I'm not going to mess around with the pens because I think they're big enough. Like I said, they're based on base game. And these pens ain't too big in my eyes. They look pretty good actually. I know they're only base game, but yeah, we're not messing around with the sizes or nothing. There's 2,000 in there, so there's plenty of room for expansion, should we say. Right then, so we'll stick another one in. Same again, I'm not going to mess around with the pen size or anything, but I always add the meadow grass. But like I said, in hindsight, I should have cut all this area first, just to take the grass off there rather than wasting it now. Because a lot of it I will just probably end up sculpting over the top of it, or painting it I should say, so I'm going to lose all the grass around it otherwise. Right then, chickens next. Same again, there's quite a few options. So this is the one that comes with the manure production. This is the other ones I'm going to use, the bigger animal pens or bands. And this is a new one as well, chicken fattening. And they all got massive capacities, so same again guys, have a look at them, see what you think. Them ones are a little bit too big for what I'm aiming for at the moment in this area, so I'm going to go with the bigger pens ones again, and this will hold 2,000 chickens as well. The other one is 5,000, but it is massive, and that one has got a little bit of a feature with manure as well, the fattening mod. But we don't have that in console, manure from chickens, so unless there's a map that's out there that can do it, apart from that, I think it could be a thing what's come over from PC. But yeah, these ones are big enough, so these are out of the bigger animal barns or pens mod. And this holds 2,000, so we'll start off with that. It is pretty small, which is perfect. Same again, I'm not going to mess around with any of the the fence in or anything. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Right, we could get 2 in, but I'll leave that a minute. Because like I said, I might add the pigs in now in a minute as well. See how that goes. Right then, but these are the distributors. These are the other 2 mods I use. Automatic shipping and lazy distribution. So there's the 2 mods and the 2 mods, which are pretty good. But this one has just come out, the lazy egg distributor, or the lazy distributor mod. This is quite new, this one. The other one I use is the automatic. I think that holds 5,000 capacity. These ones I haven't used yet, so I'm going to try these out. Just to see what I like and whether they got bigger capacities, because I haven't used them like I said yet. This is still a pretty new mod. But all it does is just collect the eggs for you guys. It saves you messing around with pallets. And it'll distribute it, or it'll hold it inside it. For your productions or whatever you want to do with your eggs. If you don't want them in productions, and yeah, don't worry about it, you won't need anything like that. You can just collect the pallets instead. But this is another part of the pack. So this is going to be for my goat's milk. Let's see if I can line this one up a little bit better. So as you can see, you can customize it by pushing down on your R3, which is your right mushroom. And that'll allow you customize it to change the size. So yeah, let's see if I can jiggle this one into place a little bit better than the chicken one. Right, actually that fits perfect, nice. So if I can do that with a wool, I'll be happy. Couldn't get the chicken one to do that. Took me a while to try and get close to matching it up. But yeah, this could be a good mod if it's got a bigger capacity than the other one. Like I said, these are game-changing mods for me to distribute your wool and your goat's milk. So yeah, they could be your game-changing mods too. And that's the whole idea of this series, to be honest. Right then, so that's that in. Right then, so now this is another part of the buildable pack. Or buildable feedlot pack, I should say. And they're both by Schultz Modding. But you do get a little bit extras with this, so you get containers and, well, this is called the silo extensions. So you got one for your milk. So this is all part of the same pack, it all comes in one. Right, so what's the capacity? 1,000,000 litres, guys, just for one. So yeah, I think that's a brilliant add-on he's added there as well. So I need one for this pen and one for the other one. Right, here's one. Let's quickly do this other side as well. Right. Let's plonk him in. Boosh. Right then, so that's going to be for my milk, my buffalo milk, and my normal cow's milk. Now this one is for slurry. It's for slurry storage. And as you can see, this one holds 10 million litres. So yeah, I'm never going to fill it, but it's where to put them. Right then. So let's chuck that in by there. It'd be good if the trigger was big enough for the 2 and just have it in the middle. But I'm not sure how big the trigger is, to be honest. So I better be play this a little bit safe, I think. Right, let's plonk one by there. And we'll plonk one by here. Right. So there is also another part of this as well. And I think, well, we'll go back to that now. Let's put these silo extensions in first. So these are the manure. The extension seems to work better than the normal ones for some reason. So yeah, I've just stuck with this from the beginning of the game. These worked and the normal ones didn't for some reason, so I've just kept with the extensions. Right then, back to the other part of this mod. Right, what's it in? I think it's in... right, it's definitely on in here. could be in tools. Right, there's 9 there for definite. Silos. Oh no, it's in silos, sorry guys. So yeah, this is the filling area for the milk and your slurry. So without these you can't get anything out. So if I put one on there, put one on there. Same again, I'm not sure how big the triggers are, otherwise I could literally cover them with it. I'm just not sure. So I'll leave them on the outside a little bit just to be on the safe side. Right, last one there. Right, let's move it off a little bit, see if that makes any difference. I can't see it, but yeah. So there's our fill points now. Right, that don't look too bad. Right, let's get these pigs in now. And same again, I'm going to go for the bigger ones. I was going to use the buildable ones, but I think these ones are a little bit pricey. But I think they might suit the area a little bit better, maybe. That's the one I normally use, that holds 1,000. Right, but this is the one I'm going to use, the biggable animal bands. And this one holds 2,000. I just think it looks a little bit better because all the roofs are matching. I don't know. Leave a comment guys, see what you say. Or what you think. Because yeah, I think it looks okay. Right, same again, I'm not going to mess around with fences or anything like that. 2,000 is, yeah, it's going to be definitely enough. So I need to sort out the straw now, get all their bedding down. And that's another step forward we've gone in the game now, with another little build. So yeah, leave me a comment guys, let me know what you think. And yeah, that don't look too bad there. Hopefully we've left enough room in between the pens. But I'll leave it there guys, thanks for your time as always, much appreciated. Bye!